Hey there, it's Teresa. Welcome to another conversation. Welcome to another episode of Conversations from My Couch. I am a little bit off today because it's just been one of those days, right? As a leader, I committed to show up every week. I'm here every week, every Wednesday. As a matter of fact, I am a little bit late today. Usually I'm here around noon-ish, 12:30-ish, having a conversation from my couch about all things leadership. This week has just been a little bit crazy. I'm in the process of transitioning from one opportunity to another opportunity. So I'm doing the right thing and leaving my team in a good space before I go. So that's, of course, taking up time because I want to make sure that all the good things and the processes that we put into place to make us a high performing team continues after I leave, right? That's the mark of good leadership. So let's talk about new stuff. So the world opened up about a week ago, right? Now, all companies, we're looking at labor shortages. We're all starting to think about how are we going to hire next? What are we going to do? So one of the things I'd like to talk about today is like your strategy around building out your team. You're going to have a lot, hey there, you're going to have a lot of people, we have applicants, people are looking to change jobs, industries. So let's talk about that and the opportunity that that brings to us. So first of all, let's do a SWOT analysis on our team. So this is something that you can use and use now. What are the strengths of your team? We all tend to pretty much hire people who are like ourselves, right? Go-getters, people who can produce, right? Like those are the teams that we want to have. What are the strengths of your team? And if you're loaded with a lot of that, then that's great. What strengths can your team provide to your organization or to your company, right? Like what are the opportunities for them? Well, I guess we can talk about opportunities a little later. But so S, right? What are your strengths? W for SWOT. W, what are your weaknesses? So this is where we tend to get a little bit squidgy as leaders because we like to hire people who are like us. Like I said, right? Like it's a strength to want to go, to be a go-getter, to be motivated, to make sure that you're meeting your goals. Those types of things are great, right? But then we tend to hire people like that. And that for us can be a real opportunity, a weakness because we tend to build teams that are one way, but we don't have enough of people who can come in and kind of help us out. So I know for me, I'm a real like, give me the points. I want to know it now. Let's go. Just give me the highlights and let's move on and go from there, right? Action. I really need to surround myself with people who take their time, do a little thinking, that are those deeper thinkers, right? They're the ones that take a problem and they muddle it over and they move it in their heads because I'm quickly connecting the dots. But I need the people around me who are those deep thinkers that are going to go deep and go, hey, did you think about this? Did you think about that? Right? So look for people who will fill the weakness that you have as a leader. I have to say that I have people who are like that on my team, and that's why we are a high performing team because I have people who stop and they're like, oh yeah, we could get this done super fast. But they're the ones that say, hey, wait a minute, does A connect with B? And we understand that like D sometimes can get in the way. So look for people who can fill in that weakness. Opportunities. Where can your team find opportunities in your company, right? Like in your organization. How can they be more committed? How do they bring value to your organization? So opportunities for your team to fill a void that you may have, to have better opportunities, maybe to make a pivot into a different or provide services in a different area of the business, right? Opportunities for your team to grow and for you to grow as a leader as well. And then lastly, threats. We've got internal threats, we've got external threats. What are the threats to your team and how can you hire individuals to come in and to help mitigate those threats, right? So whether it's somebody on your team that you need to replace, or if it's something organizationally that might be a threat. Maybe you have, in this time of COVID, a lot of companies are doing a lot of deep thinking about how their organizations are structured, and they are bringing in consultants to do reorg work. So, that generally, many teams feel like is a threat to what they do. They tend to hold things deep in. So, what are the possible threats that could come and, kind of knock your team off the rails? So, as we're thinking about how we're going to progress for the rest of 2021 as leaders, I think hiring is going to be a big thing. When you're hiring, think about your SWOT, right? What are your team's strengths? What are their weaknesses? What are the opportunities? And what are the threats? How can you as a leader take that 360-degree view of your team to continue to build a team that is amazing? So guys, as always, you can find me on all social media. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. You can go out to my website, www.realsmartmethod.com, and get a freebie out there. 4 simple steps to coaching your teams. As you all know, I'm a huge proponent of coaching because I think that is one of the best tools we as leaders can have in our toolboxes. And I will catch you guys next week, where hopefully things will be calm and smooth as we go into a holiday weekend. So, hey, you guys, I will catch you on the flip side. Thanks for joining me, and I will catch you next week. Peace.